Bang, bang, bang. What is going on? This is Shango Ray, aka Is It Real Deal Ray? And first off, I have to say, Gong Hei Fa Choi, Gong Hei Fa Choi, okay? Happy Lunar New Year, okay? Some would say this is even this is actually more of the real type of New Year. We have one head in the building. Got three heads in the building. Gong Hei Fa Choi, Gong Hei Fa Choi. Bora! Mwah, mwah, mwah. TV, what's happening? Heather Hughes. Berekti, what's going on? Christine, Saji Queen, what's good? Well, what we're about to do here shortly is I'm going to do a new, it's actually the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year. I'm going to do a Lunar New Year read for y'all. SK Productions and Entertainment, what up, God? How you doing? Salute. Zach, good to see you again. Shania Robinson. I like that. You needs to Kay Lee, what's happening? Queen Tarot, Phoenix Fire. Absolutely peace, SK Productions and Entertainment. So what I'm gonna do here in just a moment is I'm gonna do a brief new Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year read. See what this energy may mean to you if it if it resonates, and that's how these things kind of go. 16 heads in here and only 4 lickied on that like button. So be sure to lick that like button. And if I'm not mentioning it, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And of course, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Okay, in that order, the order of operations. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely, absolutely. But Ekti, we've been missing you too. Yes, I know. We get a little buck on Instagram. Come follow me on Instagram too if you see this. It's Shango Ray. Shango Ray everywhere. I have a business Facebook page I don't even mess with. But you come check me out on just regular Shango Ray Facebook. Right, good job there. See, we got some, we're up there now. We're up there now. Nikki Icky, good. Nina J, peace and blessings. And oh, thank you, Queen Terrell. You're too good. You're too good. Good juju all over. You know what I'm saying? Financial blessings. The financial gods are going to ejaculate all over you, okay? But I can't. Miss BB, what's happening? Gong Hei Fat Choi to everybody. Happy Lunar New Year. It is the Lunar New Year according, well, Chinese go off the lunar more. I sometimes think the Lunar New Year is even better, more accurate. There's a lot more accurate calendars than we operate here on in the West. So in just a moment, we're going to get busy with this Lunar New Year read. But first off, have to make a brand new announcement in honor of the Lunar New Year. We're having a very special. As some of you may know, we just dropped 2 different classes. They're both like about 40-minute videos, very brief. Okay, one for the world famous 3-day binding spell, one for the fucking world famous 3-day breakup spell. Okay, now in these very short, brief but powerful classes, basically I'm giving you all the secrets. I'm giving you the game. It's as if I'm there holding your hand, walking you through the whole thing. You basically almost can't fuck it up, because I know a lot of you have these isms and schisms about you doing the work, so you want somebody else to do the work. My goal is to put the power in your hands. I don't want to see you need anybody, okay? Nobody. So when you pick up one of these classes, you can either buy it or you can rent it for a day. I mean, if a couple dollars more, you can just own it for life. I'd rather, not need it and have it than to need it and not have it. But when you order either one of those, or you get the bundle of our almost sold out 2020 Secret of My Success oils, which is the Secret of My Success Prosperity Oil and the Secret of My Success Love and Lust Oil. When you order the bundle, if you do it within now and about 24 hours, I'm going to personally email you a code in which you can either get the Saint Expedite Rapid Miracle Ritual, and that's a psychic ritual. It's done in the confines, in the most powerful place, the altar of your own mind, or the Martha the Dominator, Dominate Your Man ritual. You can get either one of those for free, okay? So I'm going to send you a special code you can use. You get it absolutely free. We've sold hundreds, if not thousands. So now is your chance. And like I said, and those of you who are workers, you know this type of work, whether it's the binding, whether it's the breakup, that shit can get into the hundreds, if not thousands of dollars each for each customer. This is fraction. I mean, you get it for under $100. Okay, under, like way under $100. So it'd be foolish to miss this out. Okay, so when you pick up either one of the classes or you pick up one of the oil bundles, I'm going to personally email you a coupon in which you can get either one of those for free. So having said all that, let's get that out the way. Let's get to giving, okay? Because I wanted to give something to y'all for this Lunar New Year. So go have her toy. Miss Lady Chucker, there she is. J-Lo, what's happening? Miss Colazzo, Carmen Webb. Well, St. Expedite could definitely help you with your money. And like I said, you get it absolutely free when you pick up either one of those three things, okay? And they're both very, very affordable. Lots of work have been put into all of that. So we're just trying to give you the most value that we can possibly do, okay? So without further ado, matter of fact, for those on the line here, or if you're watching, go ahead and just send some of your good juju into these Chinese Taoist playing cards, all right? Hong Tong. Ni hao. Okay. So now we're going to get busy with it. All right. So let's see what the energy. I know it's the new year. This year is the year of the rat. Squeak, squeak. Okay. So I don't know. Hey, chakra of sight. My Ajna chakra. Right? So, Nubian goddess queen, grand afternoon to you. Grand rising. Ashe, ashe. Good, Miss L. I'm sure he will come through for you as he has for thousands. And, you know, he's going to hit a home run for you. It's a good introduction to him if you've never worked with him before. You need no tools. There will be offerings usually afterwards. Of course, just like if you do something, you know, you would like a little bit of acknowledgement, appreciation, depending on the circumstance. So show us what we got going on here for this energy of the Chinese New Year, the lunar new moon. Actually, we just had a new moon, I think, today or yesterday somewhere. But this is also a very great time, cosmically speaking, energetically speaking. To me, any time's a great time, but some are better than others to do these rituals and or any other rituals you got going on. Perfect. Yesterday, thank you, Christine. I knew it was somewhere. I checked my moon app and it said that it's already at 1% waxing. So I'm like, when did I miss the new moon? So this is a good time for that. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? All right, just a moment here as I lay these out. 9-card spread. 9-card spread. 9-card spread. Okay. You know what? I have a feeling the beginning of this Lunar New Year is going to be one of also, it's a new beginning, but sometimes these new beginnings need some fucking endings, as you know. So the card here in the middle, I see some of you are actually going to be more proactive. I'm talking like very soon, within the next week, probably. 23 heads in here, 21 have licked that like. So let's get to that flicking around a little bit more, just a little bit, please. Okay, so the card in the middle we have here, you see, who's this? Chong Hei Hu. You're getting some Chong Hei Hu action, and you see he got that axe. He might be the Chinese Shango. You know, he's coming by because that double-edged axe cuts both ways, baby. So this is definitely an ending, but what I see some of y'all about to experience is you're going to actually make the choice to end some things. And I like to see that better than spirit coming around yanking shit from you and you still trying to hang on to it, screaming for dear life, blowing up my email talking about, can you help? But it's like, maybe in this particular situation, the help is just to go with the flow, you know? So this is definitely an ending. I also feel like this creeping into different types of relationships, not just romantic, but y'all already know right now, okay? Some of y'all made weight loss, resolutions for the new year, which is great. Keep your shit tight, keep it right. But some of that is involves losing, 150, 200, 300 pounds of unsightly fat. And somebody else, you got to cut somebody else out your life, okay? And this is going to be made extremely very apparent to you individually in particular. You're going to know. Maybe you might even hear Papa Shanquito's voice said, "Yep, he was saying that shit." So there is some people that needs to be, you see that axe, we're going to be, you are going to be swinging that axe, I see. And a lot of the cards around here actually denote the same thing, all right? And we're going to get right the hell up into that. I'm just looking around here. And it might be kind of difficult for some of you because right now some of you are also thinking more or less. One of the things you really want is a partnership. Yes, in your relationship, but also in regards to maybe something you're doing or something you have yet to start doing. And you're like, you know what? I'm very creative, but my business side is kind of slacking. That'd be great to team up with somebody who's really good at that so we could tag team this shit or vice versa. You know, that's definitely, I feel like for some of you people, especially partnerships and actually getting something started, because you're like, yo, this is my year. I'm tired of just putting shit off. I want to build this thing. But for some reason, maybe you feel or you really want a partnership. And of course, yes, this can also mean within the term, the confines of a romantic relationship. I'm seeing somebody out there, you want to have that real close intimacy with your partner. You want to be able to talk about every single thing with your partner. You want to be able to be super transparent, but you feel like maybe they're compartmentalizing, or maybe you are. Maybe you just haven't gotten to that space yet where you're like, okay, uh, or maybe the relationship just hasn't grown into that. But I can definitely see the desire here for that. Okay, that's definito. All right. So I got to tell you, man. There's this card right here. See, in keeping with endings, and for some of you, I definitely see some of you are going to be putting in either that 2 week notice, or you're just going to say, you know what, y'all done fuck me so long, fuck you. Ain't no 2 week notice here. I'm gone, bitch. Poof. Your nickname's gonna be Poof. My nickname used to be Poof on the block because I would be there, and next thing you know, poof, I'm gone. No goodbyes, no handshakes, no pounds, no nothing. Just gone. I'll catch up with you when I catch up with you. I see that happening definitely. And I'm actually really happy about it because some of y'all have been some jobs. The job served the purpose up until now. Now it's just going to stop you based on who you are, number one, what you want to do, and your plans from here on out, and who you're becoming, most importantly. In keeping with the number 9, though, again, like I said, here we have this irreconcilable differences. Well, some of the irreconcilable differences, as you know, are these people just aren't trying to grow. Okay, they're not trying to grow. They're not interested in growing. They want to probably keep everything the same. And you're probably stepping back thinking, I could sit there and try and tell this person this and that or judge them. Instead, I can just simply let go. And that's what it is. And some of you are going to also be experiencing some irreconcilable differences. And I need to say this too, with people who I would not suggest that you just cut out also. Okay, but there is still this air of miscommunication. So just so you know, so it's not a huge surprise, I also see somebody getting into it with somebody, and it's like you didn't even say that shit, but for some reason either they heard it or they misinterpreted what you said. So everything is based off of a miscommunication. One of these irreconcilable differences, but for the most part, those who get cut out of your life, it's going to be one of them situations where you're not budging and they're not budging. So, hey, it's okay. Just in your heart, hey, forgive everything, let it go. Doesn't mean you got to forget, but just let it go and keep moving on. Having said all that, there is something else here. For some of you at the job who haven't left the job yet, those of you, this might even be a reason why this is happening too for some of you. You got a woman boss, okay, some type of superior, or she thinks she's the boss. She's a manager. She's some type of higher management or higher management than you. Okay, This woman has been kind of making things very miserable for some reason. I don't know. Maybe she's giving good top at the job to the owner or something. Because I know a lot of you are like, why in the fuck is she still here? Okay, she's not making anything any better. You know, Miss Wilson, how are you? Yeah. So this is going to be a big factor. Some of y'all, matter of fact, some of you may need to thank her if she is one of the defining reasons why you end up just saying, fuck this job. I'm finally going to do XYZ, whatever it is that you've been planning to do. And this pesky little job has been in the way. You know what I'm saying? Ghost Pacino, how you doing? Shout out to Ghost Pacino. For those of you who that does not resonate with, then this certainly will within the next coming weeks. There is a just a pesky bitch that's going to be entering into your cipher. You can also call her the quote unquote world famous troublemaking bitch. Okay. She's in definitely full effect. Yes, she could also be a fire sign of some kind. But basically, yeah, she's going to need to be dealt with. She's definitely going to need to be dealt with. And you're actually going to have kind of no choice but to deal with her because I see her just kicking up a lot of shit. And for those of you who this resonates, she also is responsible for those who seem to have some type of a problem with you, to whereas if there's a rift between you and her, I feel like she could be part of the catalyst too here. You know, you can use your enemies to your benefit. You know, you can take the stumbling blocks and make them into a stepping stone. It's called alchemy. It's all up to you. But you could definitely do it. You can definitely do it. All right, now let me see. I'm just looking around here, looking around. On top of some things, some of you might also find this Chinese New Year having to do with, or something, a problem, I guess you could say, an issue, is finances or money in particular. And I'm feeling definitely, for those of you who this is speaking to, these are what I like to call cyclical problems, meaning it's not something that is consistent just all the time. You probably have these valleys and peaks, okay? And you're kind of probably tired of the valleys being so valley-ish. You know what I'm saying? So there is a way to minimize that valley syndrome, I call it. All right. This is going to require a little bit of investigation because for each person it is different. There's not one particular just universal thing. Gloria, what's happening? Felix. So with this is going to require just a little bit of investigation into your relationship with money. Spirit is also saying some kind of, these are kind of basic things, but a lot of times we forget the basic things, such as, can you remember your first experience with money? It could have been, overhearing your parents arguing about it. Or it could have been your parents just never saying no to you. So it just always seemed to flow to you. These things are very key and very, very important. I'll give you just a brief personal example when I started having to really examine my own relationship with money. Because remember, money is just energy. Money is just a representation for energy, your energy. Okay. So I remember long, long ago, well, when it was just me and my mom, we was definitely the have-nots. And my mom would try and make things, entertaining, take us out for the day. So we didn't have no money really to do anything. We would go window shopping. And I appreciated that effort, you know what I'm saying, for her being a mom, just trying to make things better for her kids for the day, you know what I'm saying? But the underlying message was, and I figured this out years later, was this shit is not for you. That's why you're on this side of the window looking, okay? But you're not the one who's going to go in the store and actually get the shit, okay? So even though her intention was great, I carried that with me for many years of my life until I actually first and foremost became aware that this shit was even here. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, then I had to question it. Because when you start questioning your deeply long held beliefs, you will find a lot of times that shit wobbles and crumbles, right in your hands. So this thing that appeared to be this huge impenetrable mountain is just like cotton candy, in your mouth. It just disappears. You know what I'm saying? So uh that's another thing that spirit is going to be bringing forth to some of you. Now, my example was my example. Your example is going to be different. So check it out, check it out, check it out, okay? Because once you get that little piece solved, really honestly, you're not going to have to deal with that again. You may have other issues or whatever, but especially if it's a very deeply held belief, the thing about very deeply held beliefs are a lot of beliefs are built on top of that one. So you rock this one, it's like you pull the table out. These other ones, they got nowhere to go. They crumble. They got nowhere to go. They crumble. This just into somebody has somebody in your circle. This is what this card is going two different ways. Okay, yes, they could be an earth sign, but somebody has a guy who's fronting like he's got money, but he's full of shit, and he's probably trying to get your attention. Um, this could even go so far as some type of faulty investment or something. Okay, so my advice to you, spirit advice to you, is also do your due diligence. All right, do your due diligence. Make sure you check everything, okay, before you get into business or let this person do anything. And matter of fact, since this is tax season, I just seen a meme and somebody said, now all you motherfuckers do taxes. He goes, I wouldn't let you file my toenails. Some of those people, I would not suggest you even let them file your toenails. Okay, so I would keep that in mind. I would definitely keep that in mind. The other thing about this is some of you are dealing with right now a man. Maybe you're in a relationship with this man, or maybe there's some type of situation going on. It doesn't even have to be romantic. But this man basically tries to manipulate you with either money or he's doing something for you. So in a way, it's like you can't say shit about something, but this dude is in the wrong. He's in the wrong. He I don't want to say in the wrong, but it's just not fitting your whole thing now. I feel like this guy is very domineering, and it's basically kind of like either you do what I say or I'm gonna cut the water off, type of thing. Exactly. Carmen Webb says, yes, my brother. It could be a brother. Yeah, I just definitely feel it's a man. I don't necessarily, I'm not locked into like it has to be in some type of relationship where the woman's just dependent on this man and he's just cracking that whip. Although that very could be, but the main thing I'm getting from this is this guy's throwing his balls around because of he has, more advantages financially or maybe even with other things. Like I can keep the door open for you, but you're going to have to do something for me or whatever the case is. Yeah. Okay. So it's time to shut this down. Also, I feel that might be one of the endings that's required here in some form or fashion. Some of you guys are going to have to just do that. Okay. This is popping up again. All right. This is that four of diamonds. And I'm so tired of sounding like a broken record. And I know a lot of us hear this shit and we just don't do anything about it. But this is the what do I really want card again. I think that there are some of you out there who, and I think this is also why it keeps coming up, you don't really want, I think you know what you really want, but A, you don't want to admit it because there's this fear for some reason that you cannot have it. And one of the worst feelings you can ever have is to have that heartfelt desire, like this is what I truly desire, but just feeling or in that moment knowing, not that you, I mean, if you know it, then who's going to tell you wrong? But you can also know the opposite. You can know that you can have it. Okay. Hey, Dark Phoenix. So this is coming up again, and they keep telling me, yo, whoever it is out there, you don't want to admit to yourself. That's like one of the biggest battles with this whole what do I really want thing. Like they're saying, I'm going to paraphrase in a way, but they're saying, bitch, you know what you want. You know what I mean? You know what you want. You just have to have the courage, the audacity to look yourself in the eyes and actually finally admit it. That's been the whole missing piece. That has been the whole missing piece. And once you do that, I have a big feeling that you're going to experience some form of catharsis, meaning a spontaneous emotional just release. All these blocks that you feel like you had, I can't do this because this, I can't, like a lot of this shit's going to just evaporate. Surely. We miss you being here. Okay? So, for those of you who that doesn't respond to, financial stability is going to be another issue. And it's going to keep being an issue until you do that. Okay? This plays right back in with this again. Your relationship with money. That's a good thing to call this card, is your relationship to money. And most of us have had a funny type of relationship with money, unless either you've been raised to have a better relationship with money, and or maybe you've been raised in a poor family, but for some reason you always got money. So some of us also have some karmic shit that comes with us. So like we may have problems in the relationship area, but money ain't one of them. Just like some of us have great relationships, but money seems to be a problem, or it might be health or something. Every one of us comes with some form of it's like a hyper accentuated challenge. Okay, so let me see what else. There is also going to be some of y'all are going to actually be tempted to move for work. Move for work. Okay. This might be to move somewhere to get a job, or you're going to have to move locations to get to work. So you might not be moving as in moving up your whole residence, but I definitely see some travel here going along. I definitely see some travel going along. Okay. Now, Smooth, you asked me a question yesterday, and I'm glad you're here. There was, I think, a particular job I believe you were asking about. And that's what I got. Not a good feeling at all. But if the job market that you're going to be in is just a whole lot better for you, and like I've always told you, man, always follow your gut. If your gut is really pushing you to do that, then you listen to that above anything and everything else. That's what I got to say about that. But yes, there's some movement for work. So these new beginnings also, part of these new beginnings might also be moving for a whole new start, moving for work. Okay. Last but not least, all right. This is also a time for some of you to invest. If I would have known about this, if I would have been looking or checking into like what might be going on in the world right now, especially now we're doing a Chinese new Lunar New Year shit and China's got this fucked up virus, I would have invested in people that make face masks, man, because these face masks are selling out like fucking crazy. So that's just an example. But Spirit tell me this time for this particular card, this is also a time to invest. Yes, invest in yourself and of course in your knowledge, such as the 3-day bind and spell class and the 3-day breakup class, but also think in terms of either stocks or commodities. I'm not going to front like I know a bunch about that shit because I don't, okay? But one can learn, and you just start, man. You start, you know what I mean? It would have been a great investment, TV. Invest in body bags. You know what? Remember when they had all that FEMA camp bullshit and everybody was shitting their pants? They're going to put us in FEMA camps. And they showed clips on the news of all these makeshift, what do they call it? Coffins. They were like plastic coffins that they had ready to just stick bodies in. They could even fit maybe 2 bodies a piece or something like that. But I would have invested in that too. You know what I'm saying? Yes, dividends. Thank you, Sharice. That's the other key word that I got for this that I wasn't coming to my tongue here. Dividends. Dividends, dividends, dividends. So this is a good time. If you start turning your mind and you start now, by the end of the year, and I'm going to follow my own advice as well, but by the end of the year, you could have a hellified knot of money that's actually working for you. So as, the billionaires suggest, if you make money, don't go spend that on some shit. Find a way to make that money start to work for you and use those dividends to go buy you the toys and shit. But first and foremost, let's get to making our money move our money into working for us. So if that resonates with you, some of you are ready and some of you are going to hit big. And there's a whole lot of new apps that I've been kind of checking out. I know one is called Acorn, but it starts making investments. And depending on what kind, like I said, there's all kinds. I'm no expert in the stock market and shit like that, but I think it's almost neck and neck with the lottery. You know what I'm saying? Depends, but you have a choice in how you win. So you can play it smart and just grow slowly for show roll. Salone for Life says I have Stash, great app. Okay, I'm about to check that out. Public app is great too. Thank you, Mr. Mwanta. I like that. Robin Hood. Mm-hmm. See, we're getting game right here. Because now I'm going to go check out these apps. And one decision to do something puts you off. It totally affects your whole future timeline. Like I said, now we got some new branches popping up. I likes that. TV say what? Acorn, Stash, Robinhood, and Stockpile. Right on. Today is a 25 day. That's right, a 7. Yup. I have YouTube app, and now I'm here watch. Hey, well, good job, Carmen Webb. Have a look at quantitative analytics. Thank you, Mr. Zachariah. I definitely will. You see what I'm saying? I like to constantly be learning. And what about Ameritrade? Yeah, I think either one of these can work if you work it. You know what I mean? There's some people that try and, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. On the 25th, do not think about money. It will run away from you. Well, that's one perspective. That's one perspective. I need some unexpected cash flow in my life. Oh, one who's good for that is definitely Saint Expedite. Many can testify on that, myself included. Like I said, when you guys pick up either one of those classes or you pick up an oil bundle, and the thing is, they all are cohesive. They can all work together. So it's great to have a bunch of tools like that. But if not, there's plenty of free rituals on YouTube. Look up Saint Expedite. Give him a try. He's known to go super fast. That's why he's called Expedite. Like, hurry up now, tomorrow, not tomorrow, today. you know? Yes, yes, yes. Gloria, they are available now. We don't have a whole lot of them left, especially a lot of people have been buying the bundles. Wait, use my code so I can get a free stock. Hey, shoot that. You know what? Shoot that code now, or put it in the comments after the video is posted. That way it's there for all to see, because some people won't make it this far in the video to see the chat, or they won't have the chat on, so they can't even see what the hell y'all are saying. All right. So that was your free lunar read. Mendez Mirango. Hello. Hey, Morocco in the house. Shout out. What if someone is stuck in the nothingness and nothing is happening in one's life? Just emptiness. No opportunities, no relationships, no money, no job. What to do? That's a very good question. Not a simple question. I think that would be the time for that one person to really go within and force themselves. I don't care if they gotta, if at all possible, go walk somewhere quiet and just, I'm gonna sit here until I feel like either my answer is gonna be on the way or I actually get my answer, But you'd be surprised at what comes to you when you pose questions to your subconscious mind, especially before you're going to sleep. I'm telling you, you're gonna get up the next day, take a shower, do whatever, and next thing you know, boom, shit comes to you. That's right. Carmen Webb says, you got love. You got love. It's all over you. It's dripping all over you. You got love. All right. So anyways, I'm actually going to do a spiritual bath right now. I got everything ready. So I'm going to do that. I got some orders to fulfill, some ritual work to do. So tomorrow evening, be on the lookout, because we're probably going to do another super chat. So I can get all your questions or throw some cards at you if you just want a card picked or something like that. If you win the lottery tonight, Gloria, give a good juju offering to old Papa Shanquito. We'll love it. All right. Right on. Good juju. All right. Let's make it 5 figures, 6 figures, your winnings. That way you got no problem peeling off a little rack or something. Here you go. You know what I mean? But anyways, peace and blessings to everywhere. Go ahead, Fat Toy. Go ahead, Fat Toy. All right. Happy New Year's. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. So y'all be up. Remember, the 3-day binding spell is now a class, a very short class. It's available now. The 3-day breakup spell, because some of y'all want to break some people up. Okay, so before you go spend thousands of dollars, know that you can do it. We give you everything you need. There's even a mantra module at the end of the class. There's no guesswork whatsoever. You could say this mantra, listen to it, and say it while you're staring into the candle and watch what the fuck happens. I'm telling you, we leave no guesswork. All right, we leave no guesswork. So peace and blessings. When you pick that up with the bundles, we got that free ritual for you. So come check us out, all right? Peace and many blessings. I hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday night or Sunday morning or whenever this video finds you, okay? Oh, shoot, at 8:33. All right. All right. So peace and blessings to everybody. This is Shango Ray signing out.